Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. I already had my coffee this morning, so I'm drinking water right now. If you would like to see how I made my coffee earlier this morning, stay tuned for the rest of the video. I'm going to post it at the end. Today's video is on grocery shopping. I'm just going to go over some tips and tricks of how to grocery shop and save money. Grocery shopping seems easy in thought, like, oh, I'm just going to go grocery shopping. But when you actually get in the store, and you start picking things, and you're like, oh, I'd like that and that and that. And then you go up to the register, and it is so much money, it's unreal. Or you get home, and you put all your stuff away, and it's not as much stuff as you thought you had bought. Or it goes bad really fast because you didn't use it. And those are some issues that I've had in the past that you kind of have to live and learn and trial and error to see what you use the most or what meals you actually make the most, things like that. So I just have some tips. The first one is pretty simple. Don't eat out or avoid eating out as much as possible because that gets expensive. Not saying you can't eat out, just for budgeting wise, you can always make a version of that food that you want at home for mostly cheaper. So the next tip is to plan your meals, and I get most of my meal ideas off of Pinterest or things that I see off of Facebook. I typically try to stick to, for dinners, more traditional meals like meat, potatoes, vegetables, or meat, rice, vegetables, something along the lines of that for dinners. So the next tip I have is to keep a grocery list. And this might be something that you twice a week for 5 minutes go through your refrigerator, freezer, pantry area, cupboards, and just kind of figure out what you are lacking, what you're running low on. That's really important to figure that out before you completely run out. It'll help you get a running list of things you're running low on, things that you need, without having to go to the store and maybe forget a couple things that you need, or only go to the store for a couple things right now. Number 4 is probably the most important for me personally, and I try to help Floyd do this too, but eat before you go grocery shopping. And that helps you avoid picking the things that you crave rather than what's on your list. If I go when I'm hungry, I'm more likely to grab everything rather than just the things that I have specifically put on my list for meal planning. Be careful with coupons. That may seem kind of weird to say, but they entice you to get things that you might not necessarily be planning on getting. If you get a coupon for 40 cents off milk, use it. If you get a coupon for 40 cents off a yogurt that you would never ever buy, or 40 cents off something that you wouldn't buy, but you have a coupon for it, just don't get it. Or maybe see if anybody else could use it. That way you're not feeling like you're wasting the coupon, but you also don't want to go out of your way to buy things that you won't use. These next two kind of go together, but one is when there's a sale, stock up, and that is only for things that you use. If there's a sale on eggs, stock up as much as you can. I know some places have a limit right now. And also buy in bulk when it makes sense for you. Those two things I kind of think are similar. Try the store brands. They're typically cheaper, and I know places like Price Chopper and Tops have membership cards that actually you get the sale price. Those are helpful as well. These next two things kind of go together as well, so embrace crock pot dinners. They typically yield larger portions, and they're a lot easier. You just kind of throw ingredients together, cook it, leave it on there. Embrace the leftovers that you have with that. If you do have a big family and that yields the perfect portion for your family, that's great. If you're only cooking for 2 people, then embrace those leftovers and freeze them if you're not going to eat them, or eat them the next meal or the next day. That way it makes sense for your family. And just a tip that I have found out is I like to price things before I go to the store, or I kind of like to get an idea of what things might cost me. So there is an app called Instacart now. Places like Price Chopper, Tops, all these all are on there. So you can go through and you can pick out what you would buy, what brand you would buy typically, in what amount, and it will tell you the price on it. You don't have to personally buy it on that app, but it kind of lets you know how much money you'd be spending. That way when you get there, you won't be shocked. Walmart also has an app for groceries. You can price everything on there. That way when you go, you know how much you're going to be spending and it won't be quite a shock to you. You can also use the Instacart app or the Walmart app to buy your groceries, pick them up, or have them delivered to you depending on your location. It does have a price though. There is a delivery charge, there is a service charge for using the app, and there is a tip that goes to the driver. So those are also some important things to know. If that is within your budget, that is great, but if it is not, those apps are still able to be used to price things out at the store and let you know if they're in stock or not. Having items that can go for multiple meals is also super important. So canned vegetables, meats, pastas, having butter and eggs and milk in the house. Those are super important because those can be used in multiple recipes. So make sure you're looking up on Oswego County Opportunities website, oco.org/COVID-19-updates, and that will provide any resources in the community or any food pantries or any meal distributions that are coming up, and it has all of those right on there. I hope everybody has a fantastic rest of their week and weekend, and I'll see you again on Monday. Bye, everyone.